Howdy folks, welcome to Cray Outdoors. Today is a gorgeous day, so I had to get out fishing despite feeling very sick. Wanted to go to Chautauqua Lake and try for crappie, but I don't feel like driving through Jamestown, nor do I feel like standing in the wind, so I decided to drive out to Amish country instead. We're going to hit a couple of the wild trout streams, and then in the evening hit some of the bass ponds, and see, hopefully we can catch some big bass, and hopefully we can catch some big wild trout. I've done a lot of stock trout fishing this year. I haven't gone for wilds yet. This is the first stream we're starting out at. Mink right there. Please get that on film. Right there's a mink. Of course, when the mink runs by me, that's when a million cars have to drive by. Mink just ran into there somewhere. That's awesome. Alrighty, well, we are now at the next spot. Oh boy, there's a dead porcupine down there. I'll go check that out. Okay, maybe I'm not going to cast here. It is definitely a dead porcupine. I don't want to fish next to that. But anyway, we're at the next spot. This is pretty in through here. There's people at the middle spot in between where I just was fishing and here. That spot looked really good, but with people fishing there and so few people on the stream today, it's kind of rude to, you know, fish where people are when you got the whole creek. So we'll try here. I guess I'll try a few casts next to this dead porcupine. Man, I really wish I'd have brought my camcorder with me. This is a really neat spot right here where the creek has washed away where the old railroad line used to be, and now it's just this big bar hanging down. It's really neat in through here. I thought about bringing my camcorder, but normally you have to do handstands and backflips to get into this spot, but this time of year it's a nice easy hike in here, so wish I'd have brought it. But this is such a gorgeous stream. I know this contour roam camera isn't going to do it any justice whatsoever. First fish of the trip. Looks like a wild trout. First wild trout of the year. He's ready to go. There he goes.
I'm not sure I understand.
Sweet. That rock noise is coming from that Amish buggy. I really wish I had my camcorder. This is crazy. This camera probably didn't pick up the audio, but I've been fishing down here and been hearing this like thumping, like hardcore, like rock music playing from somewhere. Slowly getting closer, like someone was walking down the street with a boombox or something. Finally, an Amish buggy goes by with the music blaring. I don't know if you saw it on the camera or not. An Amish buggy blaring music. I've never seen that before. Only in Cattaraugus County. Is that a trout? It is a trout. Is that a brook trout? No, it's another little brown. Yeah. Nice. Little brown trout. Let's try and get him off the hook. Alrighty. Another little brown trout. Wild fish in here. The stream is not stocked. It's such a challenging place to cast. You want to get it under that railroad bar, underneath those logs, like that. Got him. He feels a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger. It's not that much bigger. It's a beautiful fish though. Look at you. Beautiful fish you are. Kind of a little bit beat up, like he was spawning in here or something. Get you off the hook without hurting you here. Alrighty, another beautiful little fish. Looks like he's ready to go. There he goes. Want to catch a big one. And a real trout now, folks. Oh no, it's a sucker. No wonder the bite was so weak. I was gonna say, I didn't even know I had a bite. Alrighty, folks. Well, we've got a native fish on the board now. Funny thing is, I know I'm going to be really hated on for bait fishing for these trout, but it's really the only way to catch them today. They're hugging on the bottom because the sun's high today. It's not too warm of a day. It's only about 60 degrees, but the sun is beaten down, so they're just hugging the rocks on the bottom today. So yeah, bouncing the night crawler along the bottom is really the only way to catch them. But I know I'm going to get hated on for bait fishing for them. But the ironic thing is that brown trout are actually not native and actually do a lot of ecological damage. But we won't talk about that. And let's get this native sucker off the hook and released. Put up a nice fight, man. I don't mind catching suckers. These things are fun. Alrighty, Mr. Sucker. There he goes. Ooh. Some of these trouts are fighters. Fighter trout. Alright. So again, we're just letting our bait bump along the bottom, and the line will kind of bump while it's going over rocks, while it's just going along in the current. So when a fish takes it, it'll go tap tap really fast. It won't be a slow bump. Just that slow bump, bump, bump is just it going over along the bottom. When there's a fast tap tap tap, that's how you know a fish grabbed it. Except for the suckers. The suckers sort of, the line will just kind of stop. And it'll just kind of stop moving, and either you're on a rock or you've got a sucker. Alrighty, I've been taking it easy, but it's time to get a little bit more serious with our trout fishing efforts here. I don't even know how to get over this thing. Oh, holy cow. Pretty soon I'm going to be too old to do this kind of stuff. Ugh. This is crazy down in through here. Uh-oh, I'm at the end of my boots. Have we here? That is really kind of freaky. Today's another one of those weird days, man. I'm seeing so much crazy stuff today. I still can't get over that Amish buggy driving down the road, blaring me. It was just like a car driving by. You know when a car goes by and the bass is pounding and you can hear it from miles away and you're like, man, that person's got the radio, you know, they got a good stereo system in there. That's how it was, only it was an Amish buggy going by. And now I find the skull. I didn't plant this here for the video, folks. This was, I just look up and there's a skull above my head. It's crazy. What is this? Looks like a deer. It's definitely a deer. I don't even need to ask what it is. Definitely a deer, but how's it hanging there? I don't know if it washed up there in a flood somehow, or if someone planted it. Someone must have stuck it up there. That's crazy, unless a deer hung itself or something. I have no idea. Crazy stuff. Should I put it back there? I guess we'll put it on the ground. I don't know. It's creepy. I don't want to give anybody a heart attack or something. Could take it with me, too. Those things are kind of neat to hang on your wall. We'll leave it. This is public fishing rights stream, so technically, you know, we're fishing on someone else's property, so I like to, you know, respect the property, not take things that I don't have to take. It is interesting. I should be filming these animal tracks. There's coyote tracks down further down the creek, and here there's a bunch of bird tracks. Look like they're from a little, I don't know what kind of bird, a piper or something, and then raccoon tracks. There's some coyote tracks I was telling you about. Then these tracks over here, these look like something bigger. Could be old people tracks, or they could be bear. You can see this is not bad navigating in through here right now, but probably by the time I post this video, it'll be the Amazon jungle. Alrighty, well, we're calling it quits here at this spot. Let me tell you, I used to live in this area. You take for granted how gorgeous it is. Well, I guess I'm not fishing here. Ironically, there's a bunch of cows in the bridge that I was going to fish at, and some other guy was fishing at the other bridge, so I think we'll head straight to the bass pond from here. Alrighty, folks, well, we made it to the bass pond. Alrighty, sneak up there, take our first couple of casts, and see what happens. Well, major disaster with the new bait caster. I lost most of the line that's on it. This is the second time in a row. Second fishing trip in a row, this thing has backlashed and all the way to the very, very bottom. So I don't know if I'm putting too much line on it or what, but I don't even know what I did casting that time. I don't know what I did wrong. That was nice having this pond to myself for a little while. Not anymore. Walked all the way around the big pond, and now I'm back at the little pond. I got crowded out of this pond earlier. There's just too many people fishing, and the bass are sticking really close to the shoreline, and they're being super spooky. With the sun being this high, there's just not enough cover in that pond for them. You know, bass don't have eyelids, or fish don't have eyelids. They can't blink like we can to avoid the sun, so they're sticking close to cover. And in this pond, the shoreline's covered with these bushes, so they're hiding right next to these bushes in this pond. I just want to catch one big bass and call it good. Got this pond to myself again. Last time I got here, no one was fishing it, and then it became mobbed after like 15 minutes. So hopefully we can catch a bass and get today over with. Just about to give up. Yes, never give up, baby. Oh my goodness. I was just about to give up, and we finally got a bass. Oh my goodness. Fishing that shoreline, just like I said, at the little pond, where there's some cover on the shoreline. Yes. Alrighty. It's about dang time. It's not even that. I mean, it's a legal size bass. It's probably about 13, 14 inches. Whew. Alrighty. That took forever. And it is the catch and release season, so we're letting everything go. Man, alrighty. Well, now they've caught my bass. Alrighty, folks. Well, the sun is setting. There's one more pond I could hit on the way home, New Albion Lake, but I think being out in the sun has helped with my cold here. Once it starts cooling off, I think will make my cold worse. So we're gonna call it quits. Had a real tough time here at the quarries. Finally did manage to catch one bass though. At the very end, I did miss a trout on the jerkbait on the way back as well, a small trout, but at least we caught something. We finally had a big mess with this reel with the backlash and everything, but finally caught a fish on the new Cast King. So at least that reel's broken in, and hopefully I can figure out why. I think I'm maybe just putting too much line on it, so next time I respool it, I'll put a little less line on it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I really enjoyed today's trip out here. I'll probably make another trip out this way in a couple weeks once things warm up a little bit more, and hopefully more bass will be pushing pre-spawn, and maybe on a day that's not so sunny. I think the bass just, you know, they go into hiding when the sun's beating down like it was today. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you've not already, and I'll catch you in the next fishing adventure.